The one and only Xylophoney here with the deck profile for Exodia. So many of you guys have been asking for this in the comments since we've been doing some Exodia videos lately, so I decided to tinker with the decks I've had a little bit, look up a couple things, and make what I think is the perfect Exodia deck. Now of course, depending on who you're facing, there's a lot of different ways things could go. But in my experience, this is working pretty well. So let me show you what this deck consists of if you want to get a nice classic Exodia victory. So you got the first 5 pieces of Exodia, because this is TCG compatible. It goes by the rules, you're allowed to run this. It's not competitive per se, but it can go toe to toe with competitive decks. Sometimes. So, the main concept of this deck is to get Exodia pieces in the graveyard, then bring them back. Now the downside of that is, of course, if an opponent can banish cards from your graveyard, you're pretty much out. If your opponent can stop certain effects, you're pretty much out. But in many situations, this deck can be hilarious to just pull out of nowhere on an opponent. One of the main cards in it is the legendary Exodia Incarnate. Now this card is special summoned by sacrificing an Exodia piece from the field, sending it to the graveyard. Not a big deal for this deck, especially because after Exodia Incarnate ends the turn, you get an Exodia piece back from your graveyard to your hand. Now, the more Exodia pieces, including Exodia Incarnate, in your graveyard, the more damage you get. So theoretically, you could have up to 7,000 damage on him. So you could just win by attacking with this guy, to be honest. And he can also, avoid getting hit by effects of your opponent. So it's pretty handy. But the main thing you want to do with this guy is protect him with a lot of traps and spell cards. So we'll get to that in a second. Another big staple of Exodia, besides just getting the cards, is draw power. So this deck really is all about drawing a lot of cards and protecting myself until I can get the right cards. It's a balance of the two. So we have Bandit. Now this card, what it does is I can look up the top 5 cards in my deck, and then I discard all but one, that one being a spell or trap card. That spell or trap card can either be something that is a piece I'm missing, well, at least helps me bring out a piece I'm missing, most importantly with Obliterate. Or it could be something that'll just help protect me or be more draw power. It really gives me the option to pick what I need. And worst case scenario, I throw some pieces of Exodia in the graveyard and just get them back with different effects later. Actually, I guess worst case scenario, I throw some really good spell cards. But, it's still pretty worth it most of the time. We have Card D, which is just insane for draw power. You don't get to really do anything for the turn you use this, because once you activate its effect, it just ends your turn, but you draw 2 cards. Considering this deck has a lot of defensive power, it's pretty handy, because you just get 2 free cards at the end of every turn. Now, once you activate the effect, he does go to the graveyard, so it's a one-use thing. But you draw 1 card, get 2 more cards. Pretty convenient draw power. And then we have Battle Fader. This comes down to the defensive side of the deck. Obviously, competitive decks can move very quickly. We've seen my Dark Magician deck. But we want to be able to defend against those. So Battle Fader is useful because it can just end the battle phase from your hand, so you don't even have to do anything. And then depending on what your opponent has, it might even protect you for another turn, because once you use the effect, it goes back out into the field in defense mode. So, if your opponent's only using 1 powerful monster to attack you, you might be okay, unless it has piercing or something. But most of the time they'll find a way to get rid of that and keep hitting you, so there's a lot of other cards to protect you here. Now this card I haven't seen in many other Exodia decks, but it's Gather Your Mind. Essentially what it is, it's the same concept as Upstart Goblin, it just shortens your deck. Now, Gather Your Mind, what you do is you play this card and you just literally pull another Gather Your Mind out of your deck. That's all it does. It's just 1 free, completely dead draw. It's a dead card, but it makes your deck smaller, which means you can get to your better cards faster. Now, I can see why some people might not want to use this card just because it is quite pointless, but the way I see it, there's cards in this deck that make you have to discard cards from your hand anyway, so it just helps you get the deck smaller, and then you can easily get rid of it, and it has a use. Next up is One Day of Peace. This is draw, power, and defense all in 1 card. Now, a lot of these cards also help the opponent draw a little bit, so sometimes you want to just spam them at the end when you think you're getting close to having all the pieces you need. Upstart Goblin, we don't care about life points, we're going to finish them with Exodia, so a free card, let's go for it. We have Swords of Revealing Light and our Spiritual Swords of Revealing Light, just to protect ourselves from the opponent's attacks. Now, often they can destroy one of these with card effects, spell effects, anything like that, but it's still good if they can't. because then that's 3 turns that you're just drawing and putting out combos, which is massive for this deck. We have 3 Dark World dealings. Each player gets to draw and discard a card, but it's pretty good to discard a card in this one, because as I said, Exodia pieces in the graveyard's not a bad thing. So you have plenty of options to put in the graveyard. Say the Gather Your Mind, for example. Just a dead card once you get all 3 of them, so you can just start getting rid of them. And Dark World Dealings is just an easy free draw card. We also have Pot of Duality, which is another draw card. Now, you can't use the legendary Exodia Incarnate summon at the same time as Pot of Duality, but that's the only time these cards won't work together. And most of the time, the duel is going to take like at least 10 turns or so for you to win. So you'll have plenty of opportunities to just time the Pot of Duality right, and then just get a free card, whether it's an Exodia piece you're missing, whether it's a card D so you get more draw power, or it's a defensive card like Spiritual Swords if you really need to stay alive a little bit longer. Helps you get exactly what you need. Skipped over the Dark Factory of Mass Production. This is one of the most important cards in the deck. This card just lets you freely grab your arms and legs back from your graveyard. So if you just hold these in your hand until you have the Exodia head in your hand, then you can just pop both of these down and just win instantly. I only have 2 in the deck because otherwise it can potentially clog things up. 3's not a bad idea though. But I have 2 there, and obviously if an opponent dispels one of them, since I only have 2, it'll make it a lot harder for me to get the Exodia pieces back in my hand. Of course, I still can. Exodia Incarnate's effect, and I have 3 of them, but it's a little harder. Then we have Hand of Destruction, cards to the grave, cards to the hand. Once again, you know how that kind of thing works. We have Waboko, just so we can stop attacks altogether. Just ending battle phases is really crucial with this deck because we don't have any defensive monsters on the field. Like, ever. The only monster that stays on the field in this deck is Exodia Incarnate, and we want to protect him from any attacks whatsoever. I have 1 Reckless Greed in the deck. I don't like Reckless Greed too much because it's either like a last hope type of card, or it's, you know, just abandoning some draw phases and just getting, well, greedy. So I only have 1 of those in this deck, just because I can either like discard it as something if I need to do that, or play it as an emergency card. And then we've already went over the Spiritual Swords of Revealing Light, just a slightly better version of Swords of Revealing Light, but you have to pay life points every time. It works out really well because your field's often empty and you don't have to keep paying it to defend a certain monster. But most importantly, we have Obliterate. Obliterate is essentially how we get the Exodia pieces into the graveyard really quickly. What we do is we activate the trap card Obliterate. It stays on the field, and every one of my turns and my opponent's turns, I can activate it. That lets me destroy 1 monster on the field. Whether it's mine or my opponent's, usually going to be your opponent's, you can destroy your opponent's monster and send 1 Exodia piece to the grave. So essentially, you're going to want to do this up to 5 times. Well, actually, not 5 times. 4 times maximum with the Obliterate. And then get, like, say, these 4 pieces into the graveyard. Because then you have many ways to get them back. You do want at least 1 piece in your hand so you'll be able to pull out Exodia Incarnate, but worst thing happens, you can just, you know, mass production to get it back, and you gotta kind of learn how to time things with this deck, I've found, because you can easily just wreck yourself. But if you don't, it's really hilarious to win with Exodia. Obviously, as I said, not the most competitive deck around, but it's a really good balance of good and hilarious. So yeah, Obliterate destroys opponent's cards and gets me the pieces I need. And also, when all the cards have more effects that help me even more. I'm not going to go over all the details. You'll see some of them in a test duel we're going to do. Now, there's other Exodia cards that could potentially work in this deck. This deck is, as I said, based around the graveyard. So a card such as Exodia Necros could help. This one is based on getting the cards in your graveyard rather than your hand. And then this card can be pretty convenient, but you need some other cards to balance that out a little bit. Royal Magical Library is not bad, and I think just so I can show off some of these cards, I'm going to throw them in the deck, even though I wouldn't normally run with them. This card is a defensive card I can throw on the field, and it's not terrible defense, but point is, every time I activate a spell card, and you can see all the spell cards, it gets a counter, and it could end up being a free draw, or just a defensive dead draw. We have Magic Planter, which lets me send a Obliterate to the graveyard and then draw 2 cards. Since Obliterate's my only continuous trap, is next to Spiritual Swords of Revealing Light, I don't see myself using this very often, so more often it'll be a dead draw, so I'm not a fan of using that. We have White Elephant's Gift, which if I, send one of my Exodia pieces to the graveyard, I get to draw 2 cards. However, then I would need to have both this and that in the hand. You know, not fully reliable. We have Tied to the Brethren, which lets me essentially tribute a Exodia piece to bring out 2 more onto the field, which means they'll all go into the graveyard pretty quickly, or I can use them to summon Exodia Incarnate. Not bad. I have Terraforming, which is going to work with the Magical Citadel of Endium, which also just helps with spell counters. This isn't a spell counter type of deck, but it works out nicely with that spell book I was talking about, that Royal Magic Library, rather. We have Magical Mallet, which is pretty decent. We'll throw that in so you can see its effect. We can switch out cards from our hand into the deck and then draw the same amount of cards. I also see this as a little desperate because you kind of end up wanting to use all the cards you draw in this. So that's how I see it. And then, of course, more Reckless Greeds. You could Shard of Greed, but that's a little more vulnerable. And Into the Void lets you draw a card. I saw a lot of Exodia decks use this card, but it just seems like kind of a one-for-one trade-off for me most of the time, which is fine. I mean, I'm doing the same thing with Gather Your Mind, but, you know, it's just more of that same concept. But let's see, what other cards might I want to show off here? Yeah, well, no, we're just going to keep it like this. And we'll go into a test duel. I guess what's a better way of testing this out than going up against that Dark Magician deck we have? The incredibly powerful Dark... Oh, dear. Well, I can't play spell cards, unless I have a spellcaster on the field. Fortunately, I have some spellcasters with this deck. However, I would love to play these spell cards right now. Well, at least I can start with Obliterate. I'm going to activate my card D, because I can't get any spellcasters on the field right now. And, yeah, I can't activate that, sorry. So let's go ahead and do that. We got a Royal Magic Library, which, actually, that is a spellcaster, so we can theoretically make some things happen here, and we kind of have to. So, let's go ahead and get that on the field. The Dark Magician AI, unfortunately, isn't very smart, but we will do our best here. So now we have that on the field. We can activate 1 spell card. Dark World Dealings, free draw, and we should get rid of, I think, a hand destruction, because we don't want to get rid of all this. In fact, we don't want to get rid of most of this. I don't even have anything I can obliterate on their side to get an Exodia piece in my graveyard. So actually, I'm just going to hold on to that other hand of destruction and activate a Pot of Duality. We can get... I think it's actually going to be another Pot of Duality right now, because Dark Factory of Mass Production is great late game. Right legs, obviously, actually, no, since I do have Exodia Incarnate, let's grab the leg. We'll get him on the field, see if we can start doing something, because I do have Waboko and Battle Fader to protect him. So let's go ahead and end the turn there. We should be able to switch him to defense mode. However, against a Dark Magician deck, defense mode, attack mode, it means little. Wow, this... That deck, I did test against this before I started doing this video, and it worked really well. But, oh, there's that. That's not good. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Well, it's the end of the turn, so, yeah, we're going to obliterate this guy. Can I obliterate him, though? I don't know if I can, but even if I can't destroy him, what I can do is get a piece into the graveyard, which is the main purpose here. I may not be destroying him, but a piece is in the graveyard. Alright, and we got our Curry Bandit, which is huge. I'm going to, yeah, instead of doing the Exodia combo, since I'm only going to have 2 pieces in the graveyard anyway, let's do that. I love the Bandit early game. Because when we go ahead and activate his effect, we can check all these cards and see what we really need. There's another Exodia piece in the graveyard. Let's see which card we want to get. And we already have an Obliterate, but 2 would not be the worst, especially against the Dark Magician deck. And we have plenty of battle protection right now, so let's go for the draw power, the sending our guys to the graveyard power right now. So let's see what they do. Ooh, Eye of Timaeus. I am going to see if I can... I am going to have trouble fighting that dude, unless he burns all the cards in his hand. Now, I'm curious, since Obliterate's not going to work against the Dark Paladin anyway, if I just destroy Dark... oh, wait, no, I can't destroy him anyway. Never mind, they're in a good place right now. Okay, so let's get that leg into the graveyard. Actually, I should have been going for the, Ooh, darn it. I wish I had activated this. So we're gonna have to play the Battle Fader from the hand here. Oh, wait, no, we gotta play Wabuku. Well, we're gonna make him probably activate his effect here. Oh, no, he didn't. Okay. Does that even work against that? I don't know. I don't know my own cards. You guys... No. I don't know any of that, but I know Dark Paladin is susceptible to just straight damage. Now, considering I think we have 3 Exodia pieces in the graveyard, hello, we are going to go ahead and, yeah, we're going to normal summon and bring out Exodia Incarnate. Now, he's at 4,000 attack points right now. I don't think I need this other Obliterate, because we're going to activate this on Dark Paladin. Now he's probably just going to negate it, so let's put a head in the grave. The other one was constantly getting in my way with that. But now all of the Exodia pieces are in the graveyard, so as long as we can keep our Exodia Incarnate alive, which we have Battle Fader to help do so, then we should be in a good position. I may hand Destruction, but I want to use Card D next turn, so we'll see what we draw next turn. There's a little bit of patience we can work with for this. So, Exodia Incarnate, let's attack. We might just have a destructive victory this game, because this Dark Magician deck is unfortunately playing really poorly. Let's get the head back to the graveyard, because that one card that gets monsters back to my graveyard has to be normal monsters, so I usually like to go for the head first. And I'm not going to use any more Obliterates if I can help it. Oh dear, I might need to use some more Obliterates, because that'll just take Exodia Incarnates from my deck. Okay, let's see what you got. Oh, yep, can you Big Eye me? I don't know. I don't care. We are activating Obliterate on Big Eye. I don't want to find out. It's a learning experience. I don't care. I don't want that learning experience. They can get a... Ooh, so Obliterate is gone for. And I still didn't use my library. I haven't ever tried out the library before. But let's try Gather Your Mind. Oh, well, they negated Gather Your Mind. That's fine, I guess. It was a dead card anyway. Oh, they get to bring out Magician of Dark Illusion, though. Well, I'm going to have to make an attack then in that case. Let's see, I have a Battle Fader. I would really like to keep Exodia Incarnate alive, so I don't think I'm going to burn any of these cards. But we will get another Obliterate down for emergencies, even though that could have been a card I burned. So let's go ahead and summon the... Oh, I should have attacked first. Oh, I can still attack first. Yay! Alright, and let's go and attack the Magician of Dark Illusion, because we don't want to throw that Dark Magician right back in the graveyard. Alright, main phase 2, activate our Card D. Uh-oh. I contribute this card, draw 2 cards. Oh, yeah, I can only main phase 1 it. Oh, well, we have a turn of protection if we need it. Let's go ahead and get this arm back. So it's 2 pieces. Now, theoretically, we need 3 turns. So if we grab a Swords of Revealing Light, we'll be fine. If we grab one of those cards that'll bring, I don't remember the name of it, the machine that brings stuff back to our hand, it'll be fine. Oh, man, there goes the Big Eye again. We are going to once again Obliterate, because I don't want them taking control of this guy. Let's see. Activate this card's effect now? Yeah, I do. And Obliterate is so good defensively. I'm just going to grab the other one from this deck because I want to keep this guy out while I continue to draw the pieces. We got a Day of Peace, which will defend us for the next turn, but I may be able to end the duel right here knowing this Dark Magician deck. So I'm actually going to wait till main phase 2 to activate that, and let's just try attacking. Alright. I feel like we're going to need to test this against a different deck, so let's get one of the basic AI ones. So this time let's go up against the AI Dark World deck with the Exodia. I chose that deck because, oh jeez, what are they making me do? Oh yeah, no, they threw my Obliterate away. Well, because I'm going up against a Dark World deck in the next episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Fight Club, so that could be an issue. I'm going to activate Gather Your Mind. Now, I got a good, not a great combo, but a decent combo here. I'm going to use Gather Your Mind one more time next turn, and then I will hand Destruction it. This is why I only like packing like 2 hand Destructions rather than 3 a lot of times, just because I need all my cards. They're all good. So, now that we have this, we can add a card to our hand. And since we have no defensive power here, it's going to have to be something to defend myself. So let's grab the Battle Fader. I think that's slightly better than Wabuku. Now that's all our pot of duality. We don't have any summons unless we want to put Exodia on the field, and I'd much rather save him. So we're going to end our turn. What I might end up doing here is just hand Destruction, the other hand Destruction in this case. Ooh, they didn't have any plays. They had such a good opening hand, but it looks like it wasn't as good as I thought. Alright, let's pot of duality once again. Just because it's such a good card. A little better in late game, but ooh, hello. Alright. So, now we're going to have a lot of draw power this turn. We're going to Gather Your Mind, shrink our deck a little more. Turn 2 and we're down to 30 cards in it. And it's about to get smaller. Hand Destruction. Newt. We are going to get rid of our other hand Destruction and Gather Your Mind. And we got the Wabuku and an Obliterate. That is good. So, this turn we are going to Card D. Activate that to get another 2 cards. We are down to 26 on the first turn. And now we can start obliterating and getting more Exodia pieces in the grave. Oh, geez, they're having some bad luck. We can card D again, but first, I don't have anything to obliterate. Why'd I even activate that? Oh well. I have Battle Faders, so actually I might as well put down a Wabuku as a bait. They might have a Twin Twister, but I can activate it if they have any attacks going. I guess I'll help them out a little bit. Dark World Dealings. Let's do it. And I'll throw a leg in the graveyard. I don't need the leg right now. Alright. Now we have something to obliterate. It was a plan. It was all planned out. Alright, and let's go ahead from our deck. We already have the head, so let's toss an arm into there. We're looking pretty decent so far. Hopefully we can get an actual Exodia victory here. Upstart Goblin, we don't care about their life points. And yeah, I'm just going to card D again. Draw some more cards, turn 3, and we're down to half our deck. And we got another leg. This is interesting. We need some more power to... Ooh, what does this guy do? Once per turn he can discard... I don't want him to discard anything. Obliterate. And let's put the... Is this the final piece? Yeah, now we have all of the Exodia pieces in the hand or graveyard. So in this particular scenario, I guess I have enough defensive power. We're gonna throw Wabuku away. Actually, Magical Mallet. I can see why I don't have that in a normal deck right now. Not a lot of times I can use that properly. Oh, there's the big guy, and I don't have an obliterate for him right now. Ooh, they gotta make me get rid of something. Mallet. All right, we are gonna nice, simple. Actually, might as well Battle Fader this. Save the Wabuku. There we go. And hey, another card D. I still don't have any powers to get it back from the graveyard, so we're gonna need to draw some of them. So I think I'm just gonna... I could do both these. Yeah. Let's do a Day of Peace. Alright, Pot of Duality. Might as well, I'm not special summoning. And we got that, and that's the one we were looking for. Okay, now we can't use until next turn, but either way, we're wanting to use our summoning power for the card D right here. And that's going to end our turn. Now, I need to throw something to the graveyard. I should have, honestly, I don't need any more cards now, so I'm going to get rid of Dark World Dealings. Draw power is not important to me anymore. Yeah, and Obliterate's not important either, because I got all the cards in the graveyard that I need. Oh, geez, what are you doing to me? I got a Wabuku, and, oh, I got the swords. Yeah, let's get rid of that other Wabuku. Oh, geez, they are setting up, though. Now, the goal here is just to not let them do anything. Oh, they're getting rid of Obliterate. I don't need it anymore. It's fine, but I can use Obliterate's effect and go ahead and add one of these pieces to my hand. So, theoretically, if I do have a little more draw power, with only 11 cards in the deck and 2 of them letting me draw 2 Exodia pieces from my hand to the from the deck graveyard to my hand, we could win next round, potentially. It's a 20% chance, really. Alright, let's see what they're doing. We're probably just gonna Wabuku this. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, oh dear. Big things are coming out. I don't even know what's going on. Alright, another Dark World Dealings, which I'm not opposed to using. But let's start by seeing how much power we can get on Exodia right here. And we definitely need this down on the field. Dark World Dealings. I could draw a card next turn I really need. But let's go ahead and bring you out. See if anything bad happens. And yeah, we should have power to attack this thing. Let me just read its effect. You can detach then target one face-up monster on the field. Its effects are negated. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. I may just stay out here like a dummy. I don't know if it will affect Exodia Incarnate, and I guess this is a video about learning our deck, so we might as well figure it out. So, let's go ahead. I think I'm going to be okay without the swords. So let's figure out if that effect can hit. Nope, Exodia Incarnate just negates effects like a champion. Alright, and now we only have 2 ways to stop him, but we can win in only a couple turns. So, we are going to go ahead and end, I guess. That's all we can do. And now at the end of the turn, Exodia Incarnate lets us bring a piece back to our hand. So once again, we could easily win next turn. Ooh, that's not gonna affect you. Yay, Andy. Oh man, yeah. Let's just let them do everything they're gonna do here, as long as they're not destroying my cards, which is pretty likely, to be honest. Oh, card effects won't hit him, man. Jeez, I love that Exodia Incarnate is just immune to card effects. Otherwise, this would be so difficult. Alright, now we're going to Spiritual Swords of Revealing Light and protect his face off. Let's see, activate this card's effect now. Yeah, I would. Oh, we're gonna have to burn so many life points to keep him on the field, but hey, let's do it. Alright, 3,000 life points to keep him on the field. Worth it in my eyes. And we got a card we need. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it. Activate, and victory! Winning by condition of Exodia. By effect of Exodia. Alright, let's try one more of these, just because we got one of each. So, things are going well. Finally, let's try this out against a Blue Eyes deck. Because that's always fun, right? This will be fun, right? This will be loads of fun. A whole lot of fun. Yup, this is good stuff. Yup, and then put him on the field. Yeah, oh, more? Okay, continue. Go ahead. Yeah, I know the AI knows how to play this one, so... Oh, jeez. That's the only misplay they do. They bring out this guy a lot, and he's a lot more vulnerable than their other options. So I wish they didn't get that whole setup, but hey, AI decks are, or the AI works with the Blue Eyes pretty decently. As you can see, I'm burning through 9 cards in the grave already. Oh wait, no, that's 6. I thought it was upside down so he could read it, but that would be silly, he's a computer. Alright, so, easy choice in the beginning, gather your mind, get a dead card out of here, make our deck smaller, and now, we can go... I don't want to use Incarnate yet, because he'll just kind of die, so we're going to card, I want to pop you down, card D, activate the effect, and draw some cards. Alright, we got another Incarnate now, and a Reckless Greed. Let's go ahead and pop a Wabuko, not get crushed here. Now, can he cancel that? Nah, okay. Wabuko's just one of those things that doesn't target people, so things work out. Okay, we got a lot of good late game stuff in our hand right now, which is unfortunate. Let's shrink our deck again, gather your mind. There we go, now we just have a dead card in our hand. Oh man, the Reckless Greed is tempting right now, ain't it? Well, I think we're just gonna have to wait, because it's a late game hand right now. It's a late game hand. We're gonna have to battle fade our... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. What are you doing that for? Okay, they can't summon him again. So let's go ahead and battle fader this. Oh. I think ending the phase is the important thing. Oh, no, they just canceled the effect completely with the Vanity's Emptiness. I can't even... Oh, jeez. It's gonna hurt. Alright. Let's activate our pot of duality here. See if I can get something important. The swords. We need the swords right now. Ah, but there's a obliterate. But if I can't save myself, then I have no chance. So we have to use the swords here. Alright, swords. Alright. Now that I have the swords up. Oh, darn it. I was about to say I can bring out Exodia Incarnate, but I've already used that. Oh, man, this is not going well. Alright. End of my turn. A very unfortunate thing. Now, this is where Reckless Greed gets pretty tempting, right? Because they... Oh, geez. That's going to be another one. Oh, geez. We know they just drew the monster in their hand. Okay, they still can't summon him. Whew. They've already burned out a lot of their stuff. Alright, we got some protection now. Let's pop this guy onto the field so we have options. And let's go ahead and normal summon you. And bring out Exodia Incarnate. Oh, yeah, I can't special summon Vanity's Emptiness. It is banned in the TCG, so I should go taking it out of this deck. It just wasn't fully built for the TCG or whatever. Oh, does that mean Vanity's Emptiness goes away? Yeah, oh, but that's not necessarily good for me. Oh, jeez. Oh, are you going to destroy that? Oh, you're going to take it. Oh, jeez. 3,000 attack points for a turn. Good thing they didn't know how to use that effect. Whew. Alright, let's do a Dark World Dealings here. Get a free draw. Let them have one as well. And honestly... Oh, yeah, we have a dead card. Perfect. Okay, so... We now have hand destruction once again. So let's go ahead and bring your boy out. You have damage to do anything? Nope, you got nothing. I really needed that obliterate earlier, but I really wish I had that obliterate because I only have 101 guy in there, but it's what we got. Let's go ahead and end the turn and just let those swords do their thing. Might as well just keep them in attack mode in case another Chaos Max comes out. Ain't trying to mess with that. Oh, what are they gonna do to us? Oh yeah, they're gonna take them over again. It's alright, we protect ourselves. Oh yeah, and you can't affect Incarnate. That's important. That's really important. Oh, another hand destruction. I could get rid of this Incarnate. It's dead right now. Oh yeah, I can't activate. Ah, yeah, you don't... Man, that's another problem with hand destruction. People usually blast their hands out pretty quickly. Oh, Reckless Greed, how tempting you are right now. Yeah, because I can't protect Incarnate with the Battle Fader. Alright, we're Reckless Greeding. We gotta get... Oh, no, we had the Spiritual Swords. Didn't even think about it. Oh, well. Oh, we have Exodia Incarnate right now. Yeah, hand destruction's looking real friendly right now, ain't he? Alright. Let's see that. And what do we pull? Boom. Obliterate. That's what we needed. Okay, we still might have a chance to bring this back. Let's switch it to defense mode for now. So I'm not that afraid of the thing. Let's see. What do you need to do? Oh, I need to discard something. Yeah, we're not going to end up using 2 hand destructions. 1's good, 2 is overkill. Usual hand destruction, another hand destruction. Yeah, I can't stop them both, unfortunately, so... I can obliterate, though! Let's see. Ooh, can I even obliterate with that dude on the field? I know he has an effect that cancels spell and trap effects. So let's get a Buoyancy there. And Incarnate's effect, since I have only 1 Exodia piece, I can draw 1 card. That's the side effect I was talking about. Oh yeah, I gotta click it too. Unfortunately, that doesn't... Incarnates don't count for that. Ooh, I can get a lot of power on the field right now, but I have... Oh yeah, I got the swords to defend it. Okay, yeah, that's the main reason why I didn't protect him last turn, just because I didn't have to. 1 week in a... Yeah, we're gonna have to try obliterating this guy. So, let's go ahead and bring out another Incarnate. And now, end of this turn, he'll be able to bring another piece back. We just want to use these obliterates to get those Exodia pieces into the graveyard, because we're in a pretty good position, finally. So, can we destroy him? Let's find out. From the deck. Yeah, we can. Sure. Let's go for the attack. Oh, jeez. That's gonna hurt. Oh, man. Well, we're not... Oh, wait, no. What? Oh, Exodia Incarnate's so good. I can't even get Magic Cylindered. Oh, man, I'm still learning parts of this deck, as you can clearly see. But let's get the head back. Always the first thing I get back, because you cannot get it back with the Dark Factory. Oh, man. Okay. Looks like they're spent. I think we got this. Since I did Reckless Greed, I'm not getting anything new. And I can't really use Obliterate on anything. So, do I obliterate myself? Yes, I do. Battle Fader. We'll do that. And unfortunately, I don't have 2 Dark Factories. Otherwise, I would totally do some stuff here. But let's just go ahead and get Exodia back in here. Ooh, Sirens in the background. Sweet. All right. So we got this guy back. All right. This is kind of silly now. Magical Mallet. I would like that. Because I don't need some of these cards. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. And yeah, we'll just grab 3. And we got hand destruction right back. Let's Dark World. And yeah, I don't want to throw too many Exodia cards in the... Oh, no, I don't need 2 obliterates. Well, a third obliterate, rather. And now, do I... Yeah, I think I Dark World again. And don't need the Battle Fader at the moment. I'm really banking on the Spiritual Swords and the fact that they're dead right now. And yeah, let's go ahead and attack. Yeah, end of my turn. And that'll let us get 1 more piece back. Alright, we're getting close. After this turn, I will obliterate myself if need be. Oh, look at what they're doing. Let's see if they got what it... Come on, you got it? Oh, they definitely got it. They definitely got it. Yeah. Good to see you, buddy. Can I obliterate you? No, I cannot. Oh, geez, can't even obliterate. It's alright, we're fine. Do I at least get my piece? No. Oh, I can't use the other obliterate. Yeah, we're gonna need to swords up here, because I would die if I... Carry the 4. Yeah, I'll be fine. Activate this card's effect now? Yeah. Yeah. Alright. This is a very, very close duel, but... Ooh, I don't have the last piece in there. Alright, we can obliterate now, though. Obliterate, just for cool effect. I'm going to obliterate myself. And from the deck, throw that in there. And now we have 3 pieces in the hand, and you see what card we got here. Let's bait him. Quick bait, quick bait. Oh no, they're not gonna stop me. Oh, I'm gonna get a day of peace. I'm gonna be able to draw again. Oh, I'm gonna play the day of peace. No one's gonna be able to... Oh, yeah, they don't got nothing. Alright, so let us go ahead and activate this. And another victory. I would love to see some of this going up against some players. So if you guys want to see some more Exodia battles, you let me know. The deck is pretty crazy. It really is. But at the same time, if anyone can think of a weakness, they'll find it. So it's still fun for surprises, though. Thank you for watching. Get a pinky on that like button, and I will see you next time for more Yu-Gi-Oh!